Welcome back, guys. Today we'll be doing May 2019 Csec Mathematics question 1. Using a calculator or otherwise, evaluate each of the following. Here we're asked to evaluate 2 1/4 minus 1 and 3/5 all over 3. First, let us work with the numerator. So I'm going to take my numerator, which is 2 1/4 minus 1 and 3/5. I will be changing this to an improper fraction, so I multiply 2 times 4, that's 8. Then we add 1, so that gives me 9/4. Minus, multiply 1 times 5, that's 5. Add the 3, so that gives me 8. So I have 8/5. So the LCM for 4 and 5, the lowest common multiple is 20. So we have 4 into 20 goes 5 times. So I multiply here by 5. So 5 9s, 45. Minus 5 into 20 goes 4 times. So I multiply here by 4. So 4 8s, that's 32. So therefore I have 45 minus 32, that's 13/20. Now remember, this is the numerator. So I replace the numerator with 13/20 all over 3. So I just calculated the numerator. This is the numerator to get 13/20. And then I rewrite all over 3. Now this means division. So I can rewrite this as 13/20 divided by 3. Next step, rewrite my fraction. So I have 13/20. And then what I'm going to do is change division to multiplication. Then I reciprocate this, meaning flipping it. So 3 is the same thing as 3/1. So flipping this, it will become 1/3. So in other words, I can change 3 to be 3/1, which is the same thing as 3, and reciprocating it or flipping it, it becomes 1/3. So multiplying this, 13 times 1, that's 13. So in my numerator, I will have 13, and 20 times 3, that is 60. And this is the exact form. The next question that we have here, 2.14 sine 75 degrees, giving your answer to 2 decimal places. Now what you're going to do is calculate sine 75. So sine 75 on your calculator, I rewrite my 2.14, multiply by sine 75 on your calculator, rounding it out to 4 decimal places. It is 0.9659. Then multiplying this, 2.14 times 0.9659, that gives me 2.067. However, the question asks to 2 decimal places. So it means I have to round it out to 2 decimal places. So this 6, I will round it up, so it becomes 2.07. And this is the answer. So this is 1 decimal place, 2 decimal place, and the question asks 2 decimal place. So that's why it's 2.07, because you have to round up the 6 because there's a 7 behind it. The next question, Irma takes home pay is $4,320 per fortnight every 2 weeks. Each fortnight, Irma pays is allocated according to the following table. So you have the items and the amount allocated, meaning the expense. So the first item, rent, we're not sure what is the rent. Food is $629. Other living expenses is 2 times the rent. Savings is $1,750, and when you add this, you will get the total of $4,320. Now the question is, what is Irma's annual take-home pay, assuming she works 52 weeks in any given year? So they want annual pay. Now remember, you're paid every fortnight. That means every 2 weeks you're going to get paid. Since I want the annual take-home pay, the first thing I have to find out how many fortnights does Irma work. So what you're going to do to find out how many fortnights, since it's 52 weeks in a year, but you work every 2 weeks, so that means I'll divide this by 2 and my answer will be 26, and it means I work 26 fortnights. You can think of it as like in a month. You have 4 weeks in a month. And what they're saying is that since you have 4 weeks in a month, but you're paid every 2 weeks. So the first 2 weeks in that month, you get paid. And the next 2 weeks, you get paid. Right? So that means you got paid 2 times. So if we have 8 weeks, it means every 2 weeks you get paid. So I have every 2 weeks I get paid, and then another 2 weeks I get paid, and then I have another 2 weeks I'll get paid, and then I have another 2 weeks I get paid. So this is telling me I get paid 4 times. Right? So rather than doing the breakdown, I could have just divided this by 2, and that will give me the amount of time I've gotten paid for 8 weeks. So in other words, you're going to get paid 4 times in 2 months. So if I had 16 weeks, then I divided 16 by 2, and that is telling me I am going to get paid 8 times in 16 weeks. So here, if I have 52 weeks, I'm not going to be paid every week, but every 2 weeks. So it means I'm going to cut this in half. So it's paid 26 times for the year. So to find out the take-home amount, I will say 26 times $4,320. And when you multiply that, the amount that you're carrying home is $112,020. Next question, determine the amount of money that are allocated for rent each month. So what are we going to do? Now for this question, we are going to add the amount allocated, because when we add that, we'll get the amount that she gets for the 2 weeks. So remember, we know that X plus $629 plus 2X plus $1,750, that will give me $4,320. That's what it's saying. Now I can add the X plus the 2X, they're like terms. That will give me 3X. Because remember, X is like a 1X. So you add the 1 plus the 2 to get 3, then rewrite the X. Adding 629 plus 1,750, that will give me $2,379. That gives me 4,320. Carry this over the equal sign. So we have 3x is equal to $4,320 minus $2,379. So we have 3x is equal to $1,941. Then we divide both sides by 3. This cancels, so this is saying the amount paid for rent is $647. So the amount that is allocated for rent is $647 per fortnight, because we're saying it's per fortnight that she pays it. So that means for 2 weeks she paid that. So remember, she put aside X amount for rent. So every 2 weeks, this is the amount she put. So every 2 weeks, she put down $647. But a 1 month, they asked for how much she would pay for a month. So a month has 4 weeks. So it means that she will be paying the $647 twice. So we have 2 fortnights in each month. So that means to find out the rent for the month, it's $647 times 2, and that will give us 1,294. All of Irma's saving is used to pay her son's university tuition cost, which is $150,000. If Irma's pay remained the same and she saved the same amount each month, what is the minimum number of years that she must work in order to save enough money to cover her son's tuition costs? Now, the first thing is that the amount that she used to save is $1,750 every 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks, she pay $1,750. Now remember, I've established from the previous question that we have 26 fortnights in a year. That's how many times this person will get paid. So that means to find out how much money is saved, I would say 1,750 times 26, and that will tell me that she will save 45,500. Now remember, I stated that she saved 1,750 every 2 weeks. So it means for 26 times out of the year, that means every 2 weeks she pays. So how many 2 weeks you have in the year is 26. So 26 times this gives me the amount that she saves for a year. So to determine how long will it take her, I will have to divide 150,000 divided by 45,500. So when I divide it, and that will give me 3.296. So that is telling me that in 3 years she can basically save the money. If I multiply 45,500 by 3, that's 136,500. So in that year she can save a little more. No, in 3 years you're gonna make 136,500. So that means we can put it to just 4 years, because if I put 4 years, 4 years she'll make it along with having a little extra. So she must work 4 years in order to save the money to cover her son's tuition. Because if I say 3 years, then 3 years means that I'm gonna reach the target, but not fully because it's 150,000. So during that year, I will reach my target. So we can just say, okay, in 4 years you'll reach it, but you'll have more than what you want, which is fine. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Have a great day.